Is Taiwan invasion around the corner as China's most advanced submarine is suddenly spotted? Xi's nuclear submarine makes a rare appearance, fueling fresh South China Sea tensions. Is China going all in as the US appears to abandon Taiwan after the latest Trump-Xi meeting?
But for Taiwan, he feels very strongly. I made no commitment either way. See what happens.
What about the arms sales to Taiwan?
I'll make a determination over the next early spring.
Taiwan-US arms sales have always been a cornerstone of regional peace and stability, and at the same time this is also a situation confirmed in the Taiwan Relations Act.
A rare sighting near Hainan has thrust China's undersea military power back into the spotlight. Footage appears to show a Type 093B nuclear attack submarine surfacing near popular tourist beaches. The submarine was reportedly seen not far from the strategically critical Yulin naval complex on Hainan Island. Defense Security Asia reported on the sighting, citing a video said to have been recorded by a tourist on May 14th. Open-source intelligence-linked accounts said the submarine was moving unusually close to a public recreation area. China's Type 093B is currently seen as its most advanced nuclear-powered attack submarine. The Type 093B appears to be China's top operational attack submarine until the next-generation Type 095 fully emerges. Displacement is reportedly around 6,200 to 7,000 tons. Length is approximately 413 feet, or about 126 meters. Speed is said to reach around 30 knots. Crew are estimated at roughly 100 officers and sailors. The submarine is reported to feature a vertical launch system along with improved propulsion, stealth, and hydrodynamic performance. Open-source reporting also suggests the boat carries advanced sensors and torpedo armament, boosting its combat capability. Earlier, a satellite image had reportedly captured a Type 093 submarine near an underground bunker back in 2020. Notably, Hainan is not just a tourist island. It is also home to the strategically important Yulin naval base. Open-source reporting says the Yulin naval base is located near Sonya along Hainan's southern coastline. The highly secretive facility is believed to support major Chinese surface fleet and submarine operations in contested regional waters. For China, Hainan appears to serve as both a postcard-perfect coastline and a crucial military launch point. The latest sighting underscores how the undersea contest in the South China Sea is becoming harder to ignore. Taiwan reacted on May 16 after President Donald Trump said he had not yet decided on future U.S. arms sales to the island. A Taiwanese diplomat used the moment to argue for continued American weapons support amid rising tensions and persistent invasion fears. Chen Mingkai said arms sales have long been a cornerstone of regional peace and stability. Reuters noted that the United States is bound by the Taiwan Relations Act to provide Taiwan with defensive weapons.
Taiwan-US arms sales have always been a cornerstone of regional peace and stability, and at the same time this is also a situation confirmed in the Taiwan Relations Act. And our consistent response, when talking about Taiwan arms sales, is that there will always be the same kind of answer. There has been no change in policy, just like the U.S. side has repeatedly emphasized this time, whether it is the Secretary of State or the President, repeatedly stressing that their Taiwan policy has not changed. Likewise, our position on arms sales has also not changed. This, Trump wanting to talk to lie, we will confirm. I think on that there are still many things. After all, this was a conversation on the plane, so I think many things will be left to be followed up and confirmed later. As for what the true intent of his remarks is, I think we still need to further understand. I think what I am saying is that the Republic of China is a sovereign and independent country. I think this is a very clear fact. We in the People's Republic of China are not subordinate to each other, and only the 23 million people of Taiwan can decide our own destiny through democratic means. I think this is something that does not change. Taiwan, in this region, is committed to maintaining peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait and regional security, and is one of the most important assets in this region. This has always been our consistent attitude.
The US remains Taiwan's most important international backer as the self-governed island faces growing pressure from China. Beijing claims democratic Taiwan as its own territory and continues to push for eventual unification. Trump was pressed on whether he would continue arms sales to Taiwan after his talks with Xi Jinping. "I have to speak to the person," Trump said, while suggesting he would also need to discuss the matter with Taiwan's counterpart. The reported $14 billion US weapons package for Taiwan remains stuck in limbo. Reports say the White House has paused the formal congressional notification process tied to that package.
Taiwan? What did President Xi say to you about Taiwan? What did President Xi say to you about Taiwan? And are you still going to approve the arms sale?
So, President Xi and I talked a lot about Taiwan. He thinks they cannot have anything to do with what they're doing. I mean, he's against very much what they're doing. We talked about Taiwan, we talked about Iran a lot, and I think we have a very good understanding what about for Taiwan. He does not want to see a fight for independence because that would be a very strong confrontation. And I heard about. Are you going to say your word? No, I didn't make a comment on what I heard about. I have a lot of respect for him. Well, in Iran, it's very interesting. He feels strongly they can't have a nuclear weapon. He said that very strongly. They cannot have a nuclear weapon, and he wants them to open up the Strait. But as he said, they closed it, and then you closed them with a smile. That's true. We control the Strait, and they've done no business. Literally, they've done no business in the last 2.5 weeks, which is approximately $500 million a day. So we have we do it very well on all fronts.
Before we leave time on this, President, President Xi said that there was a risk of conflict with the US over Taiwan. What's your response to that?
I don't think there's a conflict, other than we don't need their Strait. We don't need the other
Taiwan, Mr. President Xi said there was a risk of conflict with the US over Taiwan.
No, I don't think so. I think we're going to be. I think we'll be fine. He doesn't want to see. He doesn't want to see a war. And you have two things. You have the Iranian situation. With that, I think we agree almost entirely, other than he's a buyer and we're not. We don't need it. And on Taiwan, he doesn't want to see a movement for independence. He says, look, we've had it for thousands of years, and then at a certain period of time it left, and we're going to get it back. They had the Korean War. A lot of things happened. That's all history. But now, for Taiwan, he feels very strongly. I made no commitment either way. See what happens.
What about the arms sales to Taiwan?
I'll make a determination over the next early spring.
But you're not necessarily going to go ahead. It's your proposal.
Make a determination. I'm going to see. I have to speak to the person that right now, because you know who he is, that's running Taiwan.